Hello, my name is Jon Contover, and this is Current Buzz. Thank you for watching today. Today we have Jon Boswell. He's from University of Massachusetts. Thank you for coming, Jon. He's the Assistant Athletic Director of Marketing Promotions at UMass Lowell.
It's a mouthful, huh?
Yeah, it is. I had to write it down so I could remember it, right? Jon and I go back years from the Spinner years when he worked for the Spinners, and then he was hired by UMass Lowell to work for their promotions. What did you do for the Spinners, by the way? I forgot.
So I did everything from media relations to promotions. When I left, I was the assistant general manager.
How long did you work for them?
I did 10 seasons at the Spinners.
Wow.
So.
I won't say anything about that. You did a great job.
Thank you.
And if you're new to town, the Spinners is a single A short season baseball team that's in Lowell, Massachusetts, played at LaLasha Field.
Correct.
Right. And now you're at UMass. How long have you been working there?
This will be my third year at UMass.
Okay. How do you like it?
Love it. You know, it's a different pace.
Yeah, no, I think it's much faster.
It is. It is.
I'd love to get the hockey coach on my show, but that's another story for another time. We'll talk about it after the show. What's the mission that you're supposed to accomplish? I mean,
so it's multifaceted. You know, we have obligation to the student athletes. You know, to create this Division I top flight program for them to excel in athletics, but also in academics.
Okay.
And then we're also a community partner. We're here to provide community entertainment. So, you know, from any of our 17 Division I sports, we want to be able to provide affordable family entertainment. Yeah,
it is. I mean, I had season tickets to UMass Lowell, and it was great entertainment. The question I have is in regards to parking. If people want to know where to park, if they want to go to the games, they're usually on Fridays and Saturdays. Fridays, Saturday nights, and sometimes Sundays, right?
Correct. So this year, for at least for the 18-19 season, we're just Fridays and Saturdays. The occasional Tuesday or Thursday or Sunday.
Yeah,
but,
right.
That's more just a scheduling conflict.
And Thanksgiving Day weekend, I think there's a game. What?
We have a Black Friday game against RPI, and we're looking forward towards future years hosting a Thanksgiving tournament.
Oh wow, that's interesting. See, so we're breaking news here.
Breaking news,
right?
yeah, before anybody else.
So Thanksgiving Day tournament, that would bring in what, 4 teams?
Yep.
6?
So it would be co-hosted with Merrimack most likely.
Oh,
so
okay.
we could use both facilities.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And each host on Friday and Saturday.
Oh, okay, that's cool. And then when you play Friday, Saturday, and there'd be a Sunday game,
just Friday, Saturday. So it'd be kind of a cumulative score tournament.
So what would we call that? I mean,
it's still in works, but we're thinking a Turkey Leg Classic or something along those lines.
Yeah, because don't they have that in Boston? The what do they call that?
Well, they've got the bean pot, obviously.
Bean pot. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, they have the bean pot, but this is a Merrimack pot or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't say pot. P-O-T.
Get you in trouble.
Yeah, get me in trouble. Yeah. Merrimack Classic.
So it'll be something along those lines.
Merrimack Valley Classic.
Yep, we've actually had a Merrimack Valley Classic before. So.
Oh, is that right?
Years ago.
Oh, okay.
And we had the Valley Cup with Merrimack and UMass Lowell going back and forth for hockey.
So that means occasionally you would bring in teams probably from UMaine or UNH. It wouldn't be a locked-in.
Correct.
Teams.
Correct. And most likely will be a non-conference, so it'll be non-hockey schools. You know, so you'd be looking at.
Michigan?
Penn States and things of that way.
Okay, so in other words, Michigan's not in our league,
correct?
Right? So we could see Michigan,
correct? Yeah.
Or Minnesota Duluth, who won the Frozen.
Yep,
Four.
I believe Minnesota Duluth's on the schedule for one of the next 3 seasons as well.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Oh, so you know out in advance what the schedule is.
Scheduling, you know, particularly when it comes to those non-conference games, you like to try to have it built out at least 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, you try to figure out who's coming in and how you reciprocate, whether we go there one year, they come the next, and go from there.
Why did Notre Dame leave the conference? Do you know what was the reasoning for Notre Dame?
You know, it's more tied to their total athletic where they stand. You know, they're in the Big Ten for everything.
Yeah,
right.
know?
So it kind of more aligned for them to be in the Big Ten.
It was a long distance flight, I presume.
Yeah,
to play
you're flying for everywhere. So you know, from a geographical fit, it makes more sense for them to be in Big Ten from a conference.
And it's easier. And it's easier conference.
Well,
that's why they're in first place.
It's one of those conferences that's up and down every year. You know, the college hockey's a lot more parity. You know, from top to bottom, everybody's got a chance every year.
Okay, so you told me the mission what do you do specifically? I mean, let's,
Sure.
you know.
So
and you work at the Saugus Arena, right?
Correct,
You don't
yeah.
work at the university or anything.
Well, so I mean, the Saugus is part of the university, but for all intents and purposes, my job is athletics and getting people to come to games and making sure that those games experiences are top notch and that they're having experience that makes them want to come back again. And whether it's a student, whether it's a family, whether it's just an average fan, we want to make sure that experience for everybody is the same. So whether it's soccer or hockey or men's and women's basketball, there's always something.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like more students are going to the games. Now, how does that work out with the school? Is that part of their tuition?
So student admission's free for all athletics. The only sports that actually will cost you anything, anybody to come to are men's and women's basketball and hockey. All of our other Olympic sports are free.
Yeah, so the students have to pay for hockey?
They get free admission for everything.
Oh, free admission for everything. So they go to the game and they buy hot dogs and pizza or whatever.
They may, but for the most part, they're coming just to be a part of that college atmosphere.
Right. It's changed a lot since
for sure.
I remember. There's a lot of school spirit these days.
And it makes the Saugus a tough place for visitors to play. We hear time and time again how hard it is for a visiting team to come into Saugus.
Oh, is that right?
Because you have a loud student section. We've now led Hockey East in attendance 3 straight years.
Right.
And when you play in a barn like that, where you have everybody kind of into the spirit, it makes it tough for a visiting team to come in.
Right. You're recruiting. A lot of people come to the venue and they look at the venue and you can recruit because of the venue, right?
Sure. I mean, the Saugus Center is one of the best venues you'll find for college hockey.
Right.
It's been rehabbed. We're constantly working on improving it.
Like what? Tell me what's happening.
So
what's going to happen?
if you look at it now, since the university purchased it, they've added the pavilion deck, they've added suite levels, they've added different assets. The video board technology is constantly changing. We're looking at new technology and new video boards and higher displays. You're always looking to try to improve the experience, and whether that's a new concessions card or something that will make accessibility easier.
How about sushi?
Sushi may be a tough sell. I don't know if it goes sushi and hockey hand in hand, but you never know.
I love sushi, so I just thought maybe you could have sushi like they have in the supermarket, pre-packed sushi.
Tough to eat while you're holding the beverage in the seats.
Yeah, especially if you put that hot green pepper on it or something like that. It'd be too much. But that's a thought. I wouldn't be surprised if they have that at Fenway Park.
Correct. Yeah. I think everyone's looking at what's new and what's different.
Yeah,
and
right.
We spend a lot of time at other venues and other facilities to say, oh wow, look what they're doing.
Right.
We could do that here as well.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad that you're copycats.
It's not copying it, you improve upon it.
That's good. So you're in the NCAA, you're Division I now.
Correct.
American East. Explain how that evolved, that American East situation. If people don't know that you're now.
So Division I for hockey was always there with Hockey East since the 80s. In the early 2000s, middle part of this decade, we joined the America East. We went from the NE10, a Division II conference, to the America East, a Division I conference. It allowed us to align a lot of like-minded schools, a lot of research, state institutions, UAlbany, Vermont, go on down the line, UNH, schools that have a like institution, a like student body, and a similar competition level.
Right.
So the previous year, the 17-18 year, was our first year where we were fully eligible for the playoffs. When you jump up a conference,
17-18, okay.
When you go from Division I to Division II, Division I, you have a 4-year purge period where you're not eligible for postseason play.
Right. In other words, you're not eligible for a March Madness.
Correct.
All right.
So it hurt us because our men's soccer team, they won the America East Championship regular season.
Oh, no kidding.
But weren't able to go to the postseason because of the kind of limbo.
Right.
So, we look at now we're fully eligible. Last year we lost in the first round of the playoffs to UMBC in men's basketball. And obviously UMBC went on, they won the conference tournament. They became the first 16 seed to upset a number one. And that's
is that right?
And that's the type of talent.
What number one was it?
That was Virginia. So they were
wow.
the first 16 seed, a historic event.
Yeah, it is.
Really. And
for a 16 to take out a number one seed.
But that's the type of level of competition that we face, across all sports in the America East. And it's a, college, particularly men's soccer, women's soccer, and men's and women's lacrosse. They had the number one team in the conference, in the country rather, in the America East Conference in lacrosse. 3 top 25 conference soccer teams are in the America East. So it's a top-notch program, and you're seeing a lot of top-level talent.
American East headquarters in Boston, is
Correct.
that correct?
Yep.
Right,
Yep.
okay. We have to get the president on someday.
I think we can make that happen.
Okay, good. That's important. So you've been getting about 5,000 people in the Tsongas Arena, which holds about
just about 6,000 seats.
6,000.
Yep.
You're getting that's pretty high in Hockey East to get that many people to a hockey game.
Definitely, and I think
you give away tickets for free.
There's always opportunities.
Okay.
We're strategic in terms of how we do that. We want to make sure we're rewarding people, but we have a great group sales program. They do a lot of fundraising nights. The Parker School, the McCarthy School,
that's
School.
right.
A lot of the Chelmsford schools are out often in Chelmsford youth hockey. So we have a lot of programs that come through, not just for hockey, but also for men's and women's basketball. And when you can do a group night out for $10 and get you a hockey game and a basketball game, and also do some fundraising, it has a lot of different options.
Let's talk about basketball. That's changed now. It's not in the Costello gym, right? It's at all the games are at Tsongas Arena?
Not yet. So we're still transitioning. So right now we still have a split schedule. We play some games at Costello and some at Tsongas, and a lot of that's based off of the Tsongas schedule. There's obviously the hockey schedule, but there's concerts and family shows.
Right.
So we're working around those schedules. We'll play 12 total men's and women's basketball games at Tsongas this year.
And what's the capacity?
So for a basketball game, it's about 4,500.
That's not bad.
Yeah, we cut off the back end of the arena to try to center the court.
Right.
And it give you kind of that home feel.
Right.
So with the men's and women's basketball schedule this year, you get a lot of top teams coming in. Vermont for the men, UMBC for the men. Albany's coming in for the women, and UAlbany's new head coach is Coach Mullen, a Chelmsford native.
Oh, is that right?
So you see some of those top programs coming in.
Coach Mullen, that's right. She moved from West Point. She was assistant coach.
Yep.
And she recently
became the head coach at Albany.
In Albany, New York.
Yep.
Wow. See, I know those little things.
Yeah.
She was assistant coach at West Point.
Correct.
And she's going to come. So there's a new story there, isn't there?
There is. For a Chelmsford, that's a nice story.
That's a nice story. Oh, wow. So Albany's going to let me know when Duke comes in, and I'll come to a game. Or
Duke,
North Carolina.
We don't have Duke or UNC. We have Coach Duke, for the men's program, with Coach Duquette. But for America East level schools, and particularly where we fall, for a Duke, North Carolina, you may see us travel to play there, but you won't see them come to Lowell.
No?
No. They'll come up north. They'll play at Boston College because that's a conference game.
Let's say you play Duke. Would you have it at the Tsongas Arena, or would you try to get the TD Garden?
It's probably not even a reality to even think about them coming up.
You have to think positive.
It's just not. It's not in that realm. We might go to Duke, but we've played at Ohio State. We played at Michigan. We played at Butler, Wisconsin.
Oh, is that right?
So we play a lot of those road games, but having them come to UMass Lowell is probably not.
Why? Because the venue's only 6,000?
Not so much that. More the talent level, the discrepancy between a Duke and a UMass Lowell.
Yeah, exactly.
And then for Duke, when they're scheduling a non-conference game, to come and play that on the road, there's no benefit to them.
But this is Massachusetts. Something might.
But they come up and play at Boston College.
Oh, they do.
Because they're in conference.
Yeah, that's right. They do. Interesting. All right. Well, we'll pass on. You have a great guy, Bob Ellis, who announces it. The hockey games. Does he do basketball or anything like that?
No, because the seasons overlap. Bob's always with hockey.
He's on WCAP 980 AM.
Correct.
Usually on Friday and Saturday nights.
Correct.
Right?
Yep. And you can always, if you're not in the radio, you don't buy the radio, you can stream it online at GoRiverHawks.com.
Okay. Say that again?
GoRiverHawks.com.
GoRiverHawks.com. Okay. So that's the radio station in the area. That's a local radio station. They pick up all your games.
Correct.
Okay. Does it go to any other radio stations in the area?
No other terrestrial radio stations, but we made kind of an enhanced approach to online streaming to make sure that the quality there is better, if not matching, better than what you get on terrestrial radio, and available everywhere. So you can get it on your on your app with the UML Riverhawks app.
Right.
You can stream it from goriverhawks.com if you're on your laptop. So we want to make sure that we're providing as many options as possible.
Let's not forget it. It's on WLTI, right?
So the WUML has
UML, that's right.
the broadcast, but that's not Bob. That's student broadcasters.
Oh, is that right? 91.5 FM. If
Correct.
It's the university radio station if you want to listen to
And that signal will get you just about anywhere.
Yeah, just about anywhere. Probably a 10-mile radius or something like that.
That signal is probably one of the stronger FM or AM signals rather in the area.
Yeah, you can pick it up just about anywhere. Sometimes you can't pick it up. But it's just, yeah. No, I want to give them the UML FM a plug. You know,
definitely.
Because people should listen to them
for sure
if they want to listen to underground radio or something like that. You know. So how's Bob Ellis doing? I mean, he's
a Merrimack Valley radio legend.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
He's been the voice of the Riverhawks for decades now, and he does baseball in the spring.
Oh, he does baseball.
And that's just all. That's the stream. You can watch the stream for free online.
Right.
But
at wonderful Alasha Park.
At beautiful Alasha Park.
Yeah, beautiful. That's right. Yeah. Interesting. So lacrosse and soccer are played where, and can I go there anytime, or do I have to pay?
Yeah. Nope. So all of our Olympic sports, lacrosse, soccer, softball, baseball, all of those are free admission. And we're kind of spread a bit. Baseball, as you mentioned, is at Lalasha Field. The softball team plays at Riverview Field over on South Campus by the Lowell Humane Society. So you have the beautiful view of, of the river.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
And then the majority of our other sports are located at the Cushing Field complex over by Costello. So that's men's and women's soccer, that's field hockey, volleyball, men's and women's lacrosse, and our track and field.
Outdoor volleyball?
Indoor volleyball.
Oh, okay, indoor volleyball at the Costello.
At Costello, correct.
But if I'm driving by and I see a soccer game, I could pull in.
Free admission. Free game programs, also.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. I mean, okay. What about the university brand these days? What's happening with that? Let's talk about a university brand. Here's a T-shirt.
So you're looking at one of 4 alumni T-shirt giveaways this year.
Okay.
Hockey program is very proud of our NHL alumni. And so Carter Hutton, obviously the Bruins Buffalo Sabres goalie.
Oh, but is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that name did sound familiar. And this is another poster. What's it say?
Write your history.
Write your history.
So
And that's a poster that they have. So
branding-wise, you see a lot of the similar stuff. A lot of blue, a lot of Riverhawk heads, a lot of Hawk heads, and this year particularly, we have a new throwback jersey. So the hockey team will be wearing a jersey in the style of the 1990s.
Okay.
The dark blue with the Lowell down the chest. So it's a throwback to the style that actually Coach Bazin wore when he was a player.
And he played at the Forum in Chelmsford.
He did.
Right? Before they had the Saugus Arena, they used to play at Skate 3. They used to play at Skate 3, right? In Tingsboro. And then they went to the Forum and played, how many years? And they did win Division II champs. Yep. And those are the uniforms that they're going to be wearing. Okay?
Correct.
I just want to give the Forum a little credit. A lot of people don't know that people played, And now what's happening is Chelmsford High School is playing at the Forum.
Correct.
I think Bellricker also uses that.
Okay.
At the Forum and everything. And I think let's not forget the girls hockey team, Chelmsford and Bellricker are merged.
Yep.
So they play there too, or practice here also. That's interesting. So where can I park outside the Saugus Arena? Let's.
Sure. So you have all sorts of options. There's some lots that are controlled by the Saugus staff, the Spectra Building Management. That's lot B and C and D, which is right around the Rotary. Yep, right next to the facility.
How much does that cost? Do we know?
I believe it's $10.
Okay, that's not bad.
And then you have the AOC Garage, controlled by the city. The lot A, which is the Jeanne d'Arc lot, also controlled by the city.
Right.
And
that's too expensive.
At least the time being, you have the lot, at the dentist office that. The city's,
What about your private lot with the Wamisit Mills?
So the Wamisit Mills, that's actually just season ticket holder parking.
Oh, but they have to buy the.
So they can guarantee their spot in there and have that for.
That's good. Or if you can find a meter, make sure you
There's
pay.
plenty of meters, yeah.
There's a lot of meters, and make sure you pay the meter. But I'll tell you, it's very interesting. You should pick up a game or take in the game at the Saugus Arena, and they have a great team. They have a great coach. What's his contract?
He just signed a new contract in the between these two seasons here.
Okay.
The past 2 years he's had other schools, other NHL teams sniffing around.
Yeah.
So we're very lucky to have him. I think he's one of the top coaches in college hockey.
Too. I'm surprised the professionals haven't picked him up.
I mean, they've come looking, and he turned down an offer to go to the AHL. And stayed at UMass Lowell. So, we're very fortunate to have him.
Yeah.
He's a great recruiter, a great coach.
He's recruited, 7 freshmen this year, was it?
So we actually have 11 freshmen this year. 11 freshmen. So
wow.
it's a young team, and when you come and look at them on the ice, you can see that they're young, but a lot of young, talented kids.
You can see that, right?
Yeah.
You see them practicing. You're at the Saugus.
Yep. So,
can you go into a practice? Could I go into the practice?
No, the practices are closed.
Okay.
Just because they work through a lot of the game plan stuff.
Oh,
and
I
the game
see.
plan will
Okay.
change
Makes
game
sense.
to game.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that you don't have
your camera,
you're a big
the
Merrimack
video.
alum, or something.
Yeah. No, I'm not a Merrimack alum. Well, I don't want to say anything about Merrimack, but they did beat.
They beat BU.
They beat BU.
They did.
4-0
Yeah. So both Boston College and BU this season are off to 0-3 starts.
Right.
The first time in decades.
Yeah, Merrimack College did well, right? Merrimack.
Yep.
Merrimack. Who'd they beat? They
beat BU.
BU, and then UMass beat
Ohio State.
Ohio State, which was ranked number one in the rankings. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if UMass gets in the rankings again, which you're not as we speak.
Correct.
What happens if they win Hockey East again?
Sure. So the way the playoff structure works in college hockey, particularly with Hockey East, is this year is a change. Only the top 8 teams in Hockey East will make the playoffs.
Okay.
So they've eliminated the bottom 3 teams won't make the postseason. We'll have a quarterfinal round before we head to the TD Garden, which is the championship series.
Right.
So we'll play 2 days, and the winner of the Hockey East championship goes to an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament, which we've been fortunate enough to get three out of the last 5 years.
Right.
So from there, you have NCAA regionals where you'll play 2 games in a weekend.
Why can't Saugus get NCAA regionals?
So
what's the reason behind that?
They try not to go to a site that would host a tournament team. So if we're in the running for it, you want to go to a neutral site like Southern New Hampshire.
Yeah, but they have it up in Manchester. You could say UNH is big.
But that's not their home ice.
Home ice.
So,
yeah. I see. That's why that's
correct.
That's okay. Because I'm concerned. Frozen 4, explain Frozen 4. We got 2 minutes.
Yep.
It's going to be in Buffalo this year. It moves around the country.
Yep.
And Frozen 4 is what? That's what we're hoping for.
Correct. So the Frozen 4 is just like the basketball Final Four.
Right.
It's the end all for college hockey.
Right.
So if you get through the NCAA regional round, where you play 2 games at whether it was Manchester, we were fortunate enough to go out to Pittsburgh when the Frozen 4 was there.
Right.
And then the Frozen 4, you have the first round to get to the national championship game. And Hockey East has had a number of national championship teams.
Yeah.
So it's always on our goal. When we print our schedules, we put it at the bottom so you know what dates you're saving on your calendar.
Right.
Because that's what we're working towards every year.
Last year it was University of Minnesota Duluth. They had a great team.
They did.
And did you play them last year?
We played them 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago. Okay.
And so
Probably
the year prior was Denver, and Denver was the national champion.
Okay.
Denver comes to Lowell in December this year.
Who are you playing that's out of the region? I'm looking at the schedule.
So we've already played RIT. RPI comes in November, and then Denver, who's won national championships in
Denver's
the
coming
past
in?
5 years, is coming in December.
Oh, that's right, December 29th. Okay, yeah. And they're going to celebrate New Year's Eve in Massachusetts.
I think they come in, they're playing another game with another local school, and then I think they'll probably hightail it back to Colorado.
John, it's always good to see you.
Dean, always a
Thank
pleasure.
you for coming.
Great to be here.
Appreciate it. Talk about UMass.